ends, two walls were spacing 15 meters apart. So that 15 span is much more. We can, and again that shape of the wall is also is not straight or in kind place surface not there.
Undulation like
All the undulations were there. So initially we decided that we will keep the framing at support at 1350 mm spacing, because that is optimal span for the spare cement. If the span is more, then we have to increase the thickness. And for 30 to 40 mm thickness, 1350 mm is okay. That is fine. There will not be cracking or bending, anything like that. But later on we changed to 1200 mm because that supports, vertical supports were there. And in between the space, in between the two supports, 1200 mm was equally dividable. So that's why we made it 1200 mm. We also thought of keeping main support at 2400 mm to avoid vertical supports in between. But later on, we come to know that if we keep it 2400, we will need support at 1200 mm. Then cross beams will be there. So there will not be any saving. Again, for design purpose, we have to draw the section in both the directions to work it on. So that idea was kept apart, and we made the frames at 1200 mm center to center. Now section, as already explained, section we get the section from that contour plan at 1200 mm, and every section was drawn on the drawing. For every section drawing was made. Vertical support were provided at the ends only, because space below should be utilizable. So there are far minimum vertical support in between. Practically there is no vertical support in between. All the supports are at the end only. What happens if an internal surface is there and irregular surface, we have to tie opposite ends. So we provided tie beams at connecting opposite ends at certain intervals. At bottom also we provided a small tie beam, because that's how it will pair. It will go, two ends will go apart. So tie beam is necessary, and anchorage in the flooring was not possible. That's why we provided small tie beam with some minimum inserts in the floor that make the depth of tie beam minimum.
Do you have pictures? Pictures that can
Pictures are there. I am explaining design detail. There are some many photographs are there. A number of photographs are there. And actually, it is better. I advise you to visit the site. At site, I can explain you better. And there is always limitation. The span is too much. To show all the pictures of every part becomes difficult. That tie beam, depth of tie beam was much more due to the span. Minimum span to depth ratio we have to maintain. So while concreting, we know that below neutral axis, concrete is redundant. In the company, they were having many pieces of insulating material, because they have provided insulation at many places. So we use those insulating pieces in the concreting, above that bottom layer and below the neutral axis, to reduce the weight. Also some cost is reduced in the concreting. That we did there. Instead of making beam hollow, use those insulating pieces.